Alright boys, I got the Deus 2 out here, August the 13th, about 11:50. Now this video here is going to be for the salt beach hunters, and sharpshooter has never hunted a salt beach. Okay? And I've got a few questions, or a few suggestions, that I don't know the answers to, but you salt beach hunters may be able to do your own tests and experiments, and you might become a better salt beach hunter with the mighty Deus 2. Frequency shift, beach sensitive, wet salt sand. That's where your max depth is on gull rings generally, correct? Well, when you go out to that, now a lot of the beaches, there's a lot of commercial, you can have high-rise condos and all this, you know, there can be some EMI out there in places, maybe not all, I don't know. But also remember this, when you auto scan your Deus 2, it goes to only one channel. Well, wonder if there's more than one clean channel. Which one does it go to? The higher the number of the channel, the higher the frequency in that machine. Okay? Channel 6 is higher frequency than channel 0. So, how does that affect depth on gull rings on a salt beach, for example? I don't know. How does it affect the performance of the Deus 2 on gull chains? I don't know. How does it affect the Deus 2 stability-wise? Where I'm going with this, the higher the frequency, you know, the OX caliber, you know, Minelab cut the frequency off on that machine for a reason. Now, that machine was made some time ago. It doesn't run as high a frequency as the Deus 2, the Equinox, the Manticore. But the manufacturers, you know, well, their engineers figured out a way to run higher frequency. Thus, the machines got deeper on gull rings and wet salt sand. So when you're running this higher frequency, say channel 6, for example, is it deeper on gull rings? But when you get down to the water's edge, you know, and you make your little U-turn or whatever, you know, you can get some feedback in that detector, talking to old Calabash Digger. So, are the odds of you getting more feedback in channels 5 and 6 versus channels 0, 1, and 2, for example? And then, you know, how do those compare in actual raw depth? Okay? I don't know the answer to these questions. There's definitely some difference in using it on regular soil around iron, running some of the land programs. Okay? In auto scan, you know, it's going to take you to wherever based on, I guess, the EMI at the time. But remember, it can only go to one channel. Now, they don't have as many channels as a Manticore. No, the Manticore can have more than one clean channel, too. Equinox, E-Track, CTX, okay? Well, anyway, you know, in the off-season, you can be out in the water with this machine. Now, one thing sharpshooter can't say in this video, I don't know if what I would show on this styrofoam would be seen in the wet salt sand or not, using beach sensitive. Run a lot like you would run it, say, off the coast of South Carolina, North Carolina, the state of Florida. But that's what I'm going to show in this video, and show you beach sensitive, speed 1.5, a silencer of 1. See, I don't even know how you guys are running your silencer out there on the beaches. Default is 2, I believe. I'll just show silencer 1 in this video here. Okay? Alright. I don't know what people run bottle caps on a salt beach. I've got this one on 4. Alright. Remember what I said about the setting on this? Alt sensitivity 7. Frequency shift 6. Alright. Now I'm just showing this so people are aware of it, okay? And could knowing this let you squeak out a gold ring? I don't know. Along with all the other things I've said that I've got questions about on this metal detector, you know, about the change and the frequency shift that you're in. I'm in frequency shift channel 6, though. You see that gold ring there? Look at that old nail. Now, remember what the settings are in this machine, okay? You hear it hitting that gold ring out there? Hear that? Alright. Channel 0. Sweep it over that junk a little bit. You notice you don't hear that gold ring anymore, right? Notice that? That's channel 0, boys. See that? You don't hear that gold ring anymore, do you? That's pitch tones now. Alright, silencer's at 1. I don't know what people run on. Okay, now I'm going back to channel 6. See what we get here. Hear that? Hear that? Hear that? I'll slow the sweep down a little bit. Alright. Frequency shift 0. Slowing the sweep down a little bit. Faster sweep. A little extra coil height. Alright. Frequency channel 6. You hear that go ring. Pretty fast sweep right there. Alright. Channel 0. Sweep that nail a little bit. That's about how I was just sweeping that machine right there. You don't hear that gold ring out there, do you? Notice that. So there is a difference, okay? Now, this might be considered splitting hairs, but on a gold chain, this may not be splitting hairs. You might need to check it out, okay? I'm back in channel 6. Hear that? Alright. Yeah, on a gold chain. Channel 6, if EMI will allow, is the machine more sensitive to gold chains versus channel 0? I would say it would be. But when people have checked gold chains with this machine doing tests and looking at it, what were they using exactly? And is the machine, when set up, does it actually run a little stabler versus in channels 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 versus 5 and 6 in the wet salt sand? You may be giving up a little dip. I don't even know how much. It may not. Maybe you ain't giving up any dip. But is the machine running more stable? See what I'm saying? When you get out there to the water's edge and you do your little U-turn or whatever you're doing, you know, that call can make a pop, snap, crackle, pop, you know, and that may become a nuisance to you. Sharpshooters never hunted a Saw Beach. All I'm doing is sharing data, boys, and things for you all to be thinking about and looking at with this metal detector. All right, that's going to conclude the video. This was a 9-inch called demoed in this video. Version 2.00, beach sensitive.